Put the spoon down. That whole grain cereal and the bran muffin on your counter? They're morning dessert in disguise. The front of the box says heart healthy. The back hides added sugars, refined grains, and a toddler-sized serving that no one actually eats. Give me 60 seconds and I'll show you the flavor masking tricks. Food labs use vanilla, salt, sweeteners to fake natural, plus the serving size bait and switch that spikes your blood sugar before you're out the door. Want steady energy instead of a crash by 10 a.m.?
They make some of the most iconic cereals in the world, like Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks. Now, Kellogg's announced it's removing the artificial dyes that give those cereals their bright color. Kellogg signed a legally binding agreement with Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who said it's the first of its kind. Companies including Kraft Heinz, Hershey, Tyson's, and others have made verbal commitments. Kellogg's will stop using the food colorings by 2027. The company told Straight Hour News, "We see the growing focus on health as an opportunity to meet consumer needs in even more meaningful ways."
Start by reading the back, not the brag. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
Most food dyes are made with synthetic petroleum-based chemicals. They have no nutritional value and are only used to enhance the colors of food. Kellogg's cereals, including Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks, contain yellow 6, yellow 5, red 40, and blue 1. The other dyes have been shown to have negative side effects. However, the FDA says most children have no adverse effects. According to the Cleveland Clinic, red 40 can lead to hyperactivity, including ADHD, behavioral challenges like irritability and depression, skin irritation, and migraine.
You may want to finish this video before you finish that cereal, because once you see how whole grain gets dressed up with sweeteners and flavor tricks, it won't read as breakfast anymore. Let's start with the box that promises heart-healthy crunch. The front sells fiber with leaves, stamps, and glow words. Flip it. The back lists sugar by 3 names and a serving size that fits a toddler bowl. That 1 cup looks small in the picture because it is small in your kitchen. Most bowls swallow 2 cups without trying.
Across the country, boxes of Kellogg's Honey Smacks are being pulled from store shelves. The CDC says the breakfast cereal is linked to a salmonella outbreak. It's already sickened at least 73 people in 31 states. The victims range in age from less than a year up to 87 years old.
Where it is possible for salmonella to survive, but very difficult to be found by the regular food safety practices.
The recall involves Honey Smacks that were sold in 15.3-ounce and 23-ounce boxes. Salmonella is often associated with eggs and poultry, but experts say the bacteria can live in nearly any food.
The cereal factory plus the factories that make ingredients for cereals are typically dry factories.
What they don't tell you is how food labs make refined grains taste natural. They run a playbook. Vanilla notes to hint at warmth, a saline pop to wake up your tongue, and layered sugars so the sweetness blooms, fades, then comes back. That rhythm trains you to want a second bowl. Not hunger, conditioning. Serving sizes are like gas prices on the big sign, eye-catching, not what you actually pay. You pour the bowl you think you deserve. 2 to 3 servings slide out fast, especially with a wider rim. The spoon hits the milk you think healthy, and the math vanishes. Scan the ingredient line and you see sugar in costume. Brown rice syrup sounds earthy. Dextrose sounds clinical. Maltodextrin barely reads as sweet, but it acts fast. These stack. Pair them with refined grains that digest quick and fiber that barely shows up, and your blood sugar takes the quick elevator up. Feels like energy, then the doors drop.
Warning about a cereal that's really popular with children. A salmonella outbreak, and it's linked to Honey Smacks. More than 30 people have been hospitalized from this. And look at this FDA tweet. Get rid of Honey Smack.
It is not. In fact, Kellogg's Honey Smack cereal was recalled in June and ordered removed from store shelves. Here we are, more than 3 months later, and the FDA is still getting reports of illness.
If they are still in your cabinet, toss them. Our senior investigative reporter, Lisa Fletcher, following this alert. And Lisa, this isn't the FDA's first warning about this cereal.
Cereal makers know crunch cells, so they toast and puff and glaze. That glaze is not there for beauty. It is there to stick the flavor. A light coat makes the first bites pop, the last bites taste like more, and the milk finish sweet enough to drink. You get dessert at 8 a.m. without a fork. Bran muffins play the same game in a different suit. A dense morning glory looks like a health badge. It's a hand-sized brick of flour, sugar, oil, and sweet fruit bits that were already sweetened before they hit the batter. The top is shiny because sugar and oil do that in heat. Travels well because there's enough moisture and fat to keep it soft all day, like a packaged snack cake. Here's the quiet swap you don't see. Low fat on the label often means the fat left, sugar walked in. Pull fat out and you lose texture, so they add sweeteners, starches, and milk solids to fake body. You've seen it in flavored yogurts that taste like a melted dessert.
At least 130 people in 36 states have gotten sick, including in the DMV. Virginia is among the states with higher numbers of people infected with salmonella from this outbreak. Symptoms of salmonella are typically diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps that can last up to a week. In some people, the salmonella can spread from the intestines into the bloodstream, and this can cause death unless the person is promptly treated with antibiotics. The FDA says children are most at risk, and the rate of infection among kids under the age of 5 is higher than the rate in all other people.
The same fixes show up in cereals and muffins. You get less satiety, more spoonfuls, and a bigger sugar tab. The fruit boost is not always fruit. Syrups, concentrates, and pre-sweetened dried bits push the sugar higher while letting the box brag about blueberries or cranberries. One small muffin can clock dessert-level sugar. The size looks modest. The hit is not. Dense crumb means you eat it fast and it lands faster. So why does the 10 a.m. crash show up like clockwork? Because your healthy start was engineered to be sweet, soft, and fast-burning. The refined base absorbs quick. The added sugars spike the ride. Then the drop drags your focus, your mood, and your willpower. Seniors trying to keep blood sugar steady feel that swing harder. It's a roller coaster you never meant to board. Read the back, not the brag. Scan for multiple sugars, brown rice syrup, dextrose, maltodextrin, and refined flours up top. Watch serving sizes under 1 cup. If the fiber is low and the sugar is high, you're not eating breakfast. You're drinking a donut through a spoon. The test is simple. Eat it once, note how you feel 2 hours later. If you're hungry and foggy, it told on itself. You don't have to give up crunch or speed. You do have to stop letting the front of the box drive the cart. Now let's move on to the fix. Simple swaps that keep the crunch, kill the crash, and don't burn your budget. The real kicker is simple. When you swap the box brag for the label facts, mornings calm down. Less spike. More steady. Audit your breakfast this week. Trade the candy in a bowl for plain yogurt with berries, oats with nuts, or eggs with whole wheat toast. Those give you fiber, protein, and slow burn, not a fast jolt. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who pours to the top of the bowl. You fix breakfast, you fix the day, one label read at a time. Start tomorrow. Open the back panel, not the front. What you keep off the spoon matters.